Sir Timothy Laurence, Princess Anne's husband, has finally opened up about her recent health struggles, and what he said left everyone taken aback. In a rare and heartfelt moment, he shared just how worried he was for her recovery, stirring up both concern and curiosity. So, what did he actually say about Princess Anne's condition? And why is his reaction making such waves? Let's dive into Sir Timothy's surprising words as he breaks the silence about Princess Anne. But before we get into that, let's take a quick look at Princess Anne's incredible life. From her early years to her dedication to royal duties. Princess Anne, early life and royal duties. Born Anne Elizabeth Alice Louise, Princess Anne has long been a key figure in the British royal family. As the second child and only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, she's the sister of King Charles III. Once third in line to the throne, Anne is now 17th and has held the lifelong title of Princess Royal since 1987. Born at Clarence House, Anne attended Benenden School and began her royal responsibilities as an adult. A talented equestrian, she won a gold medal in 1971 and 2 silver medals in 1975 at the European Eventing Championships. In 1976, she became the first British royal to compete in the Olympic Games. Since 1988, she's also been part of the International Olympic Committee. Anne's dedication shines through in her official duties on behalf of the monarchy. She's the patron or president of over 300 organizations, supporting causes like WISE, Riders for Health, and Carers Trust. Her charity work spans sports, sciences, disability support, and health improvements in developing countries. A committed supporter of Save the Children for over 50 years, she's visited countless projects around the world. Anne married Captain Mark Phillips in 1973, and they had 2 children, Peter Phillips and Zara Tyndall, as well as 5 grandchildren. After separating in 1989, they divorced in 1992. Later that same year, she married Commander, now Vice Admiral, Sir Timothy Laurence, whom she'd met while he was serving as her mother's equerry from 1986 to 1989. Anne was born on August 15, 1950, at Clarence House while her grandfather, King George VI, was still on the throne. She's the second child and only daughter of Princess Elizabeth, who would later become Queen Elizabeth II, and Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. To celebrate her birth, Hyde Park rang out with a 21-gun salute. She was christened at Buckingham Palace's music room on October 21, 1950, by Cyril Garbett, the Archbishop of York. When she was born, Anne was third in line for the British throne, right after her mother and older brother Charles, who would eventually become King Charles III. After her grandfather's passing in 1952, her mother ascended the throne, and Anne became second in line. Today, she's 17th. Anne's early life was overseen by a governess named Catherine Peebles, who cared for Anne and her brothers Charles, Andrew, and Edward, and supervised her education at Buckingham Palace. Being so young, Anne didn't attend her mother's coronation in 1953. In 1959, Buckingham Palace reformed the first Girl Guides Company, including the Holy Trinity Brompton Brownie Pack, allowing Anne to socialize with girls her age, following her mother's and aunt's footsteps. The group stayed active until Anne began boarding school in 1963. She attended Benenden School, finishing in 1968 with 6 O-levels and 2 A-levels. Anne started her royal duties at 18 in 1969. In 1970, she briefly dated Andrew Parker Bowles, who later married Camilla Shand. Camilla would eventually become Queen Consort to Anne's older brother, Charles. Anne was also linked with Olympic equestrian Richard Meade. Even as a child, Anne's life was full of royal duties. So how did she pave her own way, and what has Sir Timothy said about her that's got everyone talking? Stick around to find out. Her equestrian career. In the spring of 1971, Princess Anne secured 4th place at the Rushall Horse Trials. At 21, Anne took the spotlight by winning the individual title at the European Eventing Championship, riding her homebred horse, Doublet. This accomplishment earned her the title of BBC Sports Personality of the Year in 1971. She continued to excel in horse racing, competing in events like the Grand Military Steeplechase at Sandown Park Racecourse and the Diamond Stakes at Royal Ascot. For over 5 years, Anne competed with the British eventing team, winning silver medals in both individual and team events at the 1975 European Eventing Championship. In 1976, she represented Britain at the Montreal Olympic Games, riding her mother's horse Goodwill in eventing. Despite a fall that left her concussed midway through the course, she got back on and completed the event, though she later admitted she didn't remember the remaining jumps. The British team withdrew after 2 horses sustained injuries. Anne also placed 4th in the 1974 badminton horse trials and 6th in 1979, competing in the event 5 times between 1971 and 1979. In 1985, she took part in a charity horse race at the Epsom Derby, finishing 4th. Anne also served as president of the Fédération Équestre Internationale from 1986 to 1994. In 1987, she made history as the first royal family member to appear on a television quiz show starring as a contestant on the BBC's A Question of Sport. Since 1971, she has been a patron of the Riding for the Disabled Association and became its president in 1985, a position she still holds. Just recently, in June 2024, she was admitted to Southmead Hospital for minor injuries and a concussion, likely from a close encounter with a horse's legs or head. While her equestrian success is undeniable, Anne's life is filled with both challenges and accomplishments that go beyond her sporting achievements. So, what else has shaped her story? Anne's personal life. Anne met Mark Phillips, a lieutenant in the 1st Queen's Dragoon Guards, at a party for horse enthusiasts back in 1968. Their engagement was announced on 29 May 1973, and they were married on 14 November 1973 at Westminster Abbey. The wedding was broadcast to around 100 million viewers worldwide. Afterward, the couple settled at Gatcombe Park. Although Phillips was offered an earldom, a customary offer for untitled men marrying into royalty, he declined, which meant their children didn't receive titles. They went on to have 2 children, Peter, born in 1977, and Zara, born in 1981, along with 5 grandchildren. On 31 August 1989, they publicly announced their separation, having rarely been seen together for some time, amid reports of romantic involvements with others. Although they initially said there were no plans for divorce, Anne eventually filed, and their divorce was finalized on 23 April 1992. On 20 March 1974, while returning to Buckingham Palace from a charity event, Anne and Mark Phillips were suddenly stopped at the mall by a Ford Escort that blocked their car. The driver, Ian Ball, exited his vehicle and began firing shots. Anne's bodyguard, Inspector James Beaton, jumped out to protect her and attempted to disarm Ball, but his gun malfunctioned, and Ball shot him. Anne's chauffeur, Alex Callender, was also shot while trying to assist. Brian McConnell, a journalist nearby, was shot in the chest when he tried to help. Ball approached Anne's car, declaring his intent to kidnap her and demanding a ransom of 2 or 3 million euros, which he claimed would go to the National Health Service. When he ordered Anne to get out of the car, she famously replied, "Not bloody likely." She later mentioned that she briefly thought about hitting him. In a 1983 interview with Parkinson, Anne recalled trying to stay scrupulously polite with Ball, figuring that being rude might only make things worse. Eventually, she escaped out the other side of the car, following her lady-in-waiting, Rowena Brassey. A passerby, Ron Russell, who happened to be a former boxer, intervened, punched Ball, and helped Anne get to safety. Police Constable Michael Hills was among those who arrived at the scene and was also shot by Ian Ball, though he had already called for backup. Detective Constable Peter Edmonds responded shortly after, pursued Ball, and ultimately apprehended him. Inspector James Beaton, Anne's sole bodyguard at the time, later commented on the lack of security, saying, "I had nothing. There was no backup vehicle. The training was non-existent, but then again, we thought nothing was going to happen." Following the incident, the policy of assigning a single protection officer to royals was abandoned, and the Walther PPK pistol used by security was replaced with a more reliable model. Beaton, Hills, Callender, and McConnell were all hospitalized and subsequently recovered. Beaton was awarded the George Cross for his bravery, presented by the Queen, who was on a state visit to Indonesia during the attack. Hills and passerby Ron Russell, who helped subdue Ball, received the George Medal, while Callender, McConnell, and Edmonds were each awarded the Queen's Gallantry Medal. Princess Anne personally visited Beaton in the hospital to express her gratitude. There was a rumor that the Queen had paid off Russell's mortgage as a gesture of appreciation, but Russell later clarified this was false. In 2020, he explained that a police officer had suggested it might happen. which led him to stop paying his mortgage for a few months, nearly resulting in the repossession of his home. Ian Ball admitted to charges of attempted murder and kidnapping and, as of March 2024, remains confined under the Mental Health Act at Broadmoor Hospital after being diagnosed with schizophrenia. The attempted kidnapping of Princess Anne inspired the 2006 Granada television docudrama To Kidnap a Princess, and was also referenced in Tom Clancy's novel Patriot Games. Princess Anne's life is indeed filled with dramatic events and significant achievements. What more secrets and stories might still lie behind her public appearances? Anne has carried out numerous duties and engagements over the years, representing the royal family with a reputation for dedication and hard work. Kevin S. MacLeod, the former Canadian Secretary to the Queen, highlighted her commitment, stating, "Her motto is, 'Keep me busy, I'm here to work. I'm here to make a positive impact. I'm here to meet as many people as I can." In December 2017, Anne was reported to have completed more official engagements that year than any other royal family member, including the Queen herself. Her extensive royal tours have taken her to numerous countries, including Norway, Jamaica, Germany, Austria, New Zealand, and Australia. Her first public appearance took place in 1969 when she inaugurated an educational and training center in Shropshire. Since then, she has represented the United Kingdom abroad up to 3 times a year, starting her international engagements shortly after completing her secondary education. That same year, she joined her parents on a state visit to Austria, followed by her first tour of Australia in 1970. Since then, she has returned to Australia many times, fulfilling her duties as Colonel-in-Chief of an Australian regiment, and attending significant events such as the National Memorial Service for the victims of the 2009 Black Saturday bushfires in Melbourne. In a historic moment in 1990, Anne became the first member of the royal family to make an official visit to the Soviet Union at the invitation of President Mikhail Gorbachev. She returned to Russia in August 2016 to commemorate the 75th anniversary of Operation Dervish, one of the initial Arctic convoys during World War II in Archangel. However, she had to cancel engagements the following month due to a chest infection. Princess Anne's consistent dedication to her public duties and patronage highlights her unwavering commitment to supporting the monarchy and its outreach. In late October 2016, Princess Anne embarked on a 2-day study tour in Sarawak, Malaysia. She has continued her international commitments with a visit to Australia and Papua New Guinea in April 2022, marking the Queen's Platinum Jubilee alongside her husband. On 12th of September 2022, Anne became the first woman in royal history to participate in the Vigil of the Princes at St. Giles's Cathedral, Edinburgh, where she stood vigil by her mother's coffin. She repeated this solemn duty at Westminster Hall on 16th of September. Later, it was disclosed that Anne had signed the Queen's death certificate at Balmoral, fulfilling her responsibilities alongside the attending physician. Anne's extensive charitable involvement includes her connection to over 200 charities and organizations. Her long-standing dedication to save the children is especially notable. She served as its president from 1970 until 2017 and continues as a patron. Her efforts for the organization have taken her to numerous countries, including Bangladesh, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Mozambique, Ethiopia, and Bosnia and Herzegovina. In recognition of her impactful work with Save the Children, she was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize in 1990 by Zambia's president, Kenneth Kaunda. Princess Anne has shown a deep commitment to service through numerous roles and organizations. She founded the Princess Royal Trust for Carers in 1991 to provide support to caregivers across the UK. Her long-standing role as Commandant-in-Chief of St. John Ambulance Cadets highlights her dedication to youth development, and she regularly attends the annual Grand Prior Award reception. As a patron of St. Andrew's First Aid, and since 2021 Mercy Ships, a charity running the world's largest non-governmental hospital ships, Anne's contributions to health services are substantial. Her influence extends to sports, where she represents Britain on the International Olympic Committee and served on the London Organizing Committee for the 2012 Olympic Games. She is also president of the British Olympic Association and attended the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi, Russia, as part of her responsibilities. Her involvement in equestrian sports is ongoing. She has been the president of the Riding for the Disabled Association since 1985, supporting them since 1971 as patron. Anne is an advocate for higher education and student athletics, serving as patron of British universities and colleges' sport. Following her grandmother's retirement in 1981, she was elected Chancellor of the University of London and has held the position since. Additionally, Anne was the president of BAFTA from 1973 to 2001 and has twice served as Her Majesty's High Commissioner to the General Assembly of the Church of Scotland, first in May 1996 and again in 2017. In 2007, Princess Anne was appointed Grand Master of the Royal Victorian Order by Queen Elizabeth II, a position previously held by her grandmother. As a Royal Fellow of both the Royal Society and the Academy of Medical Sciences, Anne is the first royal to hold this fellowship in the Academy. The Royal Society's 4 current Royal Fellows include Anne, William, Prince of Wales, Edward, Duke of Kent, and King Charles III. She became Chancellor of the University of Edinburgh on March 31, 2011, succeeding her father after his retirement. That year, she also assumed her father's former roles as President of the City and Guilds of London Institute, Master of the Corporation of Trinity House, and President of the Royal Society of Arts. Additionally, she has served as President of the Commonwealth Study Conference founded by her father. In 2023, she succeeded the Duke of Kent as President of the Commonwealth War Graves Commission. Princess Anne's public life has been a testament to traditional service, with more than 20,000 engagements since she turned 18. Known as the royal family's most reliable anchor and a beacon of traditional public service, Anne's unyielding dedication stands out. Despite her dedication, her straightforward manner earned her the nickname "Her Royal Rudeness" in the media. Notably, when she told photographers to naff off at the 1982 badminton horse trials. Her refusal to give her children titles, an unusual choice for a senior royal, added to her reputation as a royal renegade. Vanity Fair has remarked that Princess Anne inherited her father's sharp tongue and biting wit. Reflecting on her early public role, she stated, "It's not just about ticking a box for doing this. It's about serving. It took me probably 10 years to gain the confidence to contribute meaningfully to save the children's public debates because understanding the on-the-ground work required broad coverage. So, my early trips were crucial. Her commitment to her royal duties has earned her the title of the hardest-working royal, as evidenced by her completing 11,088 engagements between 2002 and 2022, surpassing any other member of the royal family. Beloved by many, Anne has been described as a national treasure by Telegraph editor Camilla Tominey, who highlighted her status as one of England's great eccentrics, a reputation bolstered by her remarkable work ethic. Tominey characterized Anne's public role as a mix of strict adherence to protocol and occasional rule-breaking. Known for her hands-on approach, Anne does her own makeup and hair and often drives herself to events, even confessing to having received speeding fines for being late. She opts not to shake hands with the public during walkabouts, citing the impracticality of greeting everyone. Now, shifting our focus, let's delve into Sir Timothy Laurence. Born on March 1, 1955 in Camberwell, South London, Sir Timothy James Hamilton Laurence grew up in a disciplined environment. His father, Commander Guy Stewart Laurence, balanced a career in the Royal Navy with a role as a salesman for a marine engine company, blending military and civilian influences that shaped Timothy's future. He was educated at the New Beacon Preparatory School and Sevenoaks School in Kent, demonstrating early leadership qualities and strong academic performance. Following his secondary education, Timothy attended University College at the University of Durham on a naval scholarship, where he earned an upper second-class honors degree in geography. During his university years, Sir Timothy Laurence distinguished himself academically and took on the role of editor for the student newspaper, Palatinate, reflecting his early interest in leadership and communication. He was commissioned as a midshipman in the Royal Navy, quickly advancing through the ranks and earning a promotion to lieutenant just 4 years later. His naval career was marked by a variety of demanding roles, including serving as the navigating officer of the destroyer HMS Sheffield and commanding the patrol boat HMS Signet off Northern Ireland during critical periods. His early leadership skills were acknowledged when he was mentioned in dispatches, a prestigious military honor. A pivotal moment in his naval journey occurred in 1986 when he was appointed equerry to the Queen. This position involved personal service to the sovereign and allowed him to cultivate a close relationship with the royal family, setting the foundation for his future connection through marriage. Sir Timothy's naval career culminated in prominent roles, including commanding officer of HMS Montrose and serving as Director of Navy Resources and Programs at the Ministry of Defense. These positions highlighted his expertise in naval operations and strategic defense planning. After retiring from active service in 2010, he did not retreat from the public eye. Instead, he leveraged his extensive leadership and management experience in various sectors, including national heritage, property development, and infrastructure. He served as chairman of the English Heritage Trust, overseeing the management and conservation of historical sites across England. His involvement in urban development is exemplified by his role in the Purley Centre regeneration and as non-executive chairman for Dorchester Regeneration, demonstrating his significant impact on urban regeneration projects. The enduring relationship between Sir Timothy Laurence and Princess Anne began in 1986 when he took on the role of equerry to the Queen. This marked the beginning of a significant chapter for both Sir Timothy and Princess Anne, intertwining their lives and futures. Their initial connection, described by those close to them as both physical and emotional, blossomed into a profound personal bond. At that time, Sir Timothy Laurence, known for his calm and understanding nature, became a source of comfort and support for Princess Anne, who was navigating the complexities of royal life and her challenging marriage. Their relationship has endured through various scandals and celebrations, influencing both her personal life and public image. Their relationship. In 1988, during a quieter period away from the public eye, Princess Anne demonstrated her concern for Sir Timothy when he fell ill with shingles. She visited him multiple times, bringing along her young children, Peter and Zara. These visits were publicized, showcasing a comfortable familiarity and openness in their relationship, which observers at the time still viewed as platonic. By September of the same year, their relationship took a more formal turn when Anne appointed Sir Timothy as an advisor to her charity, Anne's Charities Trust. This move was widely interpreted as a sign of her trust and affection for him, elevating his role from merely an equerry to a significant figure in her personal life. Their deep connection became publicly apparent in March 1989 when a series of personal letters between them were stolen, causing a media frenzy. The letters, filled with philosophical reflections and expressions of care, were taken from Anne's desk and handed over to the police by a national newspaper that chose not to publish the contents but sensationalized the theft. Although the letters themselves were never revealed, the incident confirmed the special bond between Sir Timothy and Anne, leading to widespread speculation. Speculation about the nature of Princess Anne's relationship with Sir Timothy Laurence intensified after their private correspondence was made public, coinciding with growing issues in Anne's marriage to Captain Mark Phillips. By August 1989, Anne and Captain Mark Phillips announced their separation, a development that had been anticipated due to long-standing rumors of marital issues. During this turbulent time, Sir Timothy Laurence emerged as a steady and supportive figure for Anne. Their relationship continued to strengthen, culminating in their marriage in December 1992, shortly after Anne's divorce from Phillips was finalized. The wedding, held at Balmoral Castle, was a small private ceremony attended by close family and friends, marking a new phase in their lives characterized by mutual respect and commitment. Their enduring partnership. Since their marriage, Sir Timothy and Princess Anne have maintained a discreet yet evidently strong partnership. He has frequently accompanied her on royal duties and has been an unwavering supporter of her charitable efforts, reflecting their deep bond and loyalty. His presence has been particularly meaningful during significant challenges in Anne's life, such as mourning the deaths of her parents, Prince Philip in 2021 and Queen Elizabeth in 2022. Prince Philip's death had a profound impact on Princess Anne, who shared a close bond with him, especially through their mutual interests in equestrian sports and military activities. Known for her composure, Anne's public tribute to her father was deeply moving, highlighting how he exemplified a life devoted to service. During this difficult period, Sir Timothy served as a quiet yet steadfast source of support, providing comfort amidst extensive media attention. Anne's role in the funeral was notably personal. She walked behind Prince Philip's casket, a position traditionally reserved for male royals. This act underscored her deep connection with her father and her commitment to honoring him in a meaningful way. Throughout the mourning period, Sir Timothy was not only a supportive spouse but also an essential emotional anchor. His understanding of royal responsibilities and personal sorrow helped Anne navigate the complexities of grieving publicly. When Queen Elizabeth II died the following year, the setting at Balmoral Castle, where the Queen spent her last hours, was imbued with profound personal and historical significance. Anne remained by her mother's side until the end, demonstrating the stoic grace that has long defined her public image. Sir Timothy's steady presence during these trying times has solidified his role as a vital support in Anne's life, reinforcing their bond as a couple dedicated to serving the royal family and each other. During these trying times, Sir Timothy's presence provided essential emotional support, serving as a quiet yet strong backbone for Princess Anne. His subtle but steadfast support was crucial during the days of mourning and the complex ceremonies that followed the Queen's death. Their shared grief, while deeply personal, occasionally manifested in their interactions. One notable moment occurred after the Queen's funeral, when Anne accepted a hug from a staff member, revealing the emotional weight of the day. Sir Timothy's support, both visible and behind the scenes, underscored a partnership rooted in profound understanding and mutual care. Princess Anne's tragic accident. Recent developments surrounding Princess Anne have raised concerns following a distressing accident at Gatcombe Park, her country estate, on June 23rd. Renowned for her strong constitution and active public engagements, this incident has caused significant worry among the public and the royal family alike. While walking on the estate, the 74-year-old Princess Anne suffered a fall that resulted in hospitalization. Although details of the accident remain somewhat unclear, it led to a concussion and temporary memory loss, raising serious concerns about her overall health and recovery prospects at her age. Following the accident, Princess Anne was swiftly taken to Southmead Hospital, where she received comprehensive medical care, underscoring the seriousness of her injury. Thanks to the prompt and effective response of the hospital staff, she was discharged on June 28th. Her recovery will continue at home, supported by ongoing rehabilitation efforts. This unexpected event forced Princess Anne to cancel important engagements, including a highly anticipated commemorative event in Canada, honoring the Newfoundland Regiment's bravery during the Battle of the Somme. Her absence has been particularly notable given her deep emotional connection to these commemorations, as highlighted by her message delivered during the centenary of the Newfoundland National War Memorial by the Canadian Governor-General. Princess Anne's recent accident and current health status have sparked discussions about the demanding nature of royal duties, particularly concerning her role as one of the most dedicated members of the royal family. As she navigates her recovery, the support of Sir Timothy and the royal family will undoubtedly play a vital role in her healing process and the continuation of her public service. Traditionally, Princess Anne has undertaken hundreds of official engagements each year, demonstrating her unwavering commitment to public service. Her dedication has garnered praise from figures like Dickie Arbiter, Queen Elizabeth's former press spokesman. Amidst these developments, many may wonder about Sir Timothy Laurence's role and perspective regarding Anne's condition. Sir Timothy remains firmly by Princess Anne's side, offering steadfast support during her recovery. Recently, he openly expressed his deep concern about her health, stating, "I'm so scared," which underscores the emotional strain he is experiencing due to her accident. Throughout this difficult time, Sir Timothy has been a constant source of support, staying close to Anne and keeping the public informed about her condition. After spending over 2 hours visiting Anne in the hospital, he spoke with journalists, providing updates that were cautiously optimistic yet realistic about her recovery. He acknowledged that while progress is being made, the path to complete recovery is gradual. During his hospital visits, Sir Timothy has brought small comforts from home, like a bag of treats, to help lift Anne's spirits. His interactions with the media and the public have offered insights into Princess Anne's condition, consistently praising the medical team and hospital staff for their professionalism and kindness. He expressed profound gratitude for the care provided by the medical personnel and the exceptional emergency services who responded at the scene, emphasizing the collective effort involved in handling this unfortunate situation. The community and royal observers have rallied around them, sending messages of encouragement and wishing for a swift recovery. Sir Timothy acknowledged that they are both deeply moved by the numerous kind messages from people near and far, highlighting how much these gestures mean to them. This wave of support has evidently been a source of comfort for both him and Princess Anne during this challenging period. What are your thoughts on the enduring support that Sir Timothy provides to Princess Anne? His unwavering presence during such trying times not only showcases their strong bond, but also highlights the importance of compassion and solidarity in facing life's challenges. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it interesting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the next video shown on your screen to catch up on your favorite celebrity stories. See you there.